All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to the cornfields of Iowa. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League IndyCar. Oh no, not the IndyCar series, the Buschwackers series. Heads to Iowa. We just raced at Iowa in IndyCars. It's race number 1 in that third season of 2021. It's Iowa. It's 125 laps tonight. A little short track. The fastest short track in the world is Iowa. Who's going to take home the victory here tonight? Who's got what it takes? Who's going to get a big ear of corn? Gonna have to find out by hanging out right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, it's Iowa Speedway tonight. Some short track action in the Buschwackers series. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, and it is flag-to-flag coverage right here on TurnLeftTV. All right, hey, thanks so much for coming in. Man, we got a good one here for you tonight. Iowa Speedway. Little treat. Alex Cootie built this track and did a great job. And about 8 minutes left in the practice session. Hopefully you can hear me okay. And this is Iowa Speedway. Just a little under a mile, about almost 9/10 of a mile in length. 125 laps here tonight. It's first race 10. Actually, we had a problem with Atlanta Motor Speedway last week, so we've moved out to the back of the schedule and kicking off the season here tonight at Iowa in the Buschwackers Series, season number 3 of 2021. Let's take a look at the track here at Iowa. Banking in the turns, 12 to 14 degrees. Down the front stretch at 10 degrees. And the back stretch at 4. This thing is tough on tires. And guys are talking about how they really having trouble trying to figure this place out. Fun track when you do. It does take a little practice. Not one of those just show up and don your driver's suit and get going. So we'll take a little practice here tonight. I want to thank you for coming in here and joining me on the YouTube channel. Peace to everybody out there in sim racing land. Appreciate you being here tonight to take on the Buschwackers series. Please feel free to come on in and chat session and join us in the chat. Always like to see those messages come up. Respond when I can. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so, and then don't forget to go down the link in the description of this race and follow that over to the Fanatec website give those guys a look and help me out here at TurnLeftTV. If you are interested in purchasing something through them, click on that link and help me out. Appreciate that. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and share my videos with all your friends. Definitely look at that stuff when folks are hitting the thumbs up button. Appreciate that. It tells me you were here. And if you'd like to make a comment, feel free to make a comment in the comment section. Just be kind. Just be kind. All right, it's Iowa Speedway here tonight, and this is a good track, very fun track. Like I said, this is one that's hard to figure out, but when you do, really, really is a lot of fun. So we're going to have a good one here tonight here on TurnLeftTV. Got 4.5 minutes left to go in the practice session. Coming up tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Kansas Speedway in the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. 2 races to go, including Kansas. We'll finish out the season at Richmond, so points battle, I think, battle for second pretty tight, but first, Ricardo Almeida, big points lead on the field. He's won 5 of the 8 races so far, so who's got the answer for Ricardo at Kansas? We'll see. And it'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. The High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder will be back in action tomorrow. Race number 9 in that second season of 2021. Nashville Super Speedway, 150 laps there tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That'll be a fun race, too. This is a good track, man. Paulo Chachalowski did a good job of converting this track. I helped him a little bit and smoothing out some of the mesh on the track there. So get a little credit there to myself, I guess, for helping out. But Nashville is a fun track, and that is one that is on the NASCAR schedule again. So Nashville Super Speedway coming up in the Saturday Night Thunder, the Cup Series, tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Getting ready to go to qualifications here. We've just got a few seconds left to go. We'll kick it over to quals. Don't forget to visit EliteHostingUSA.com if you're interested in an rFactor 2 server for your league. 3 self-managed server packages available for you to choose from. That's EliteHostingUSA.com. We'll take a look at the schedule here, as we've had to rework this and put Atlanta at the bottom of the schedule. Had some problems with that track there. Basically, somebody had some drivers, I think, passing the pace car there when they shouldn't have, and kind of messed the game up. It does that in rFactor 2 with the rules plug-in. So, nonetheless, we'll start it off at Iowa Speedway, Texas Motor Speedway coming up next week, Daytona International on July the 2nd. That's going to be a huge one, man, huge. Palm Springs Speedway, that's Homestead, coming up on July the 9th. See Bristol, some short track action coming up on the 16th of July. Riverside International Road Course, great road course there. Wish it still existed. Coming up on July the 31st, or 23rd. July 30th, we got Nashville, followed by Chicagoland, Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and Atlanta Motor Speedway to finish out the season. So these guys are in the qualification session, and now we can take a look at the session results here from the practice session. Todd Robillard, top time 22.517. Colin Matiak, second, 22.581. Arthur Vieira, third fastest in practice. Claudio Bardelli Jr., fourth. Lucas Simpner, fifth in practice. See Sean Jacobs, Reese Kennedy, Givaldo Spindola, eighth. John Stanley, ninth. Christian Wilson, 10th in practice. Take a look at Reese Kennedy here as he makes his qualification attempt. Top time 22.669. 22.947 is Reese Kennedy's time. Second on the grid here so far. Pretty fast. He comes out early, gets a lot of practice laps in. Todd Robillard now the new top time, 22.444. So it looks like Todd Robillard, the top time here so far. We'll take a look at see Jim Willis has finished up his qualification session or attempt. Arthur Vieira out there on the quali attempt. Robillard still the top time, 22.444. 22.613, second on the grid here so far for Arthur Vieira. Lap number 2 for the 4 car. .612. So good for second on the grid. Take a look at Givaldo Spindola as he's finished up his qualification attempt. He's going to start 5th on the grid. Bardelli Jr. out there on the track now. The 91 car. Let's see where he's going to qualify. .702, 4th on the grid. Got another lap coming, but this one looks like he's going to struggle here a little bit on this one. We'll see. It did not look like he had a very good entry to that first turn, so Does appear to be a little bit slower here. 23.189 is Claudio's second lap time. So we got a couple more people here to qualify, it looks like. Gilmar Peixoto in the 3X machine. His qualification attempt in. So right now, top time is a 22.444. That's the time to beat. Gilmar there looking like he's having a little trouble there on the qualification attempt. Smacking the wall. Coming around for lap number 1. Right now, 11th on the grid, smacking the wall again. So he looks like he's carrying a little bit too much speed going in. Colin Madiak here running, and he is now 5th on the grid here. This is his second lap in the 13 car. So see how our young gun from Ohio fares on his second lap. 22.934, 5th on the grid in the 13 car. Gilmar has turned that car, so don't forget to visit us at highoctaneracing.net. You'll get updates on how guys are running throughout the week, those that come out and practice early. Also get access to the Buschwackers IndyCar Series and Thunder Cup Series. Also the GT3 Series starting up again here very, very soon. So keep your eye out for some information on the GT3 Series headed your way on Saturdays. It looks like Todd Robillard is the pole winner here, so congratulations to him. Oh, it's blue in the garage. Gotta love that, man, the shader thing. Here we go. Don't go into the garage, man. Let's see, getting some chatters in here in the chat session. It's like Glenn Wilson. I'm assuming that might be Christian's dad. Maybe. It's like Angry X 1521. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Angry X, I don't know about that. It's only one way not to get an Angry X, and that is keep her happy. Or keep him happy, whatever side you happen to be on. Oh, hey, Preston Hassel. He's having some trouble with his brake pedal. Claudio Bardelli Jr., he's on the track. Givaldo Spindle Linares in here is on the track here tonight, so best of luck to those guys. Preston, just go ahead and get with me at some point, and I'll help you out on figuring out the pedal issue. We can talk after the race or maybe tomorrow sometime. Right now they're on the driver's meeting. Don't forget this Saturday Night Thunder, some Cup Series headed your way tomorrow. Should be a fun one, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're interested in racing with us, you're more than welcome to come out. Just join us on Discord, and we'll get you subscribed to all the content that you'll need. It's not too difficult, to be honest with you. Probably already have the track, but if you're interested in doing some racing with us, you're more than welcome to come on out on Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be on the track. I think I broadcasted from the cockpit last week. You can check that out on YouTube. What did I finish, 5th or 6th? Somewhere, I think I might have been 6th. That's not too bad for the broadcaster. We'll take a look at the qualification results. Todd Robillard qualifies in P1, 22.444. Outside pull is Artur Vieira in the 4-car. Lucas Simpner starts in inside row 2. Outside row 2 is Claudio Bardelli Jr. Colin Matiak starts inside row 3. Sean Jacobs will start outside row 3 in the 24-car. In 7th is Givaldo Spindola in the 80 car, or excuse me, in the 68 car. In the 80 car is Reese Kennedy. He starts outside row 4. Jim Willis inside row 5 in that 53 car. John Stanley will start outside row 5 in the 12 car. Christian Wilson starts in the 11th position. And Gilmar Peixoto starts in 12th. Christian starts in the 11th position. IndyCar Series headed your way tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find that right here on TurnLeftTV at 3 p.m. 134 laps from Kansas Speedway. Race number 9. 2 races to go in that season. And this will be a wild one, man. I was out there doing some laps at Kansas earlier in the week, and it is going to be high speed and very, very fun track. 134 laps headed your way in the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. And that's tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, we got about 4 minutes left in the warm-up session. Hopefully you can hear me okay over the engine sounds. Sometimes it sounds a little bit different in my headphones than it does out to the world, out to the masses. If you're interested in joining us doing some racing, you can join us on Discord at this address. We'd love to have you. Always picking up new members. Each and every week we got new members joining, so you're more than welcome to come on out if you're interested in not only doing some stock car racing, if you're interested in some GT3 stuff. We also do some fun events once in a while, an IndyCar series as well. So a pretty diverse array of racing going on. See Todd Rubelard, they're having some trouble getting on pit lane. That 90 car. This could be an issue here tonight. All right, I think our keys to the race here tonight, I believe, will be tire management. This thing is really tough on tires, and the longer this thing goes on, the tougher it gets on tires too. Keep the thing out of the wall. It's easy to get in the wall. And also get on and off pit lane very, very smoothly. We say that a lot about a lot of tracks here, but this one is a little bit tough, a little tricky. You get a fair amount of speed, and you got to slow up to 45 miles per hour here tonight. So could be a tough one. Hopefully we'll see some long green flag runs. Thanks for joining us here. I see Paul Brown's in the chat session. Preston Hassel in the chat session too. How about those guys, huh? They should be out here on the track, but that's okay. At least they're out here watching TurnLeftTV and enjoying the race tonight. Wishing those drivers good luck. So, who's going to be my pick to win this one? I think I am going to pick not a very good typer. What we call that, a HPC? Hunt, Peck, and Cuss. All right, there's my pick to win this race here tonight. That is Luca Simpfner. So that's who I think is going to win the race. Not cheering for anybody in specifically, just saying that's my pick to win this race here tonight. Well, we got a little under a minute left to go, and we're going to get this thing started. So thanks for coming in here and joining us on TurnLeftTV. All right, boys and girls, hang on. It's Iowa, 125 laps here tonight. Kicking off the season here in the Buschwackers series. Little short track, the fastest short track in the world. That's what it says anyway. We'll see. I'm sure in Indy cars. Maybe in the stock cars too, but nonetheless, here we go. I think we are ready to get this thing kicked over here, so
attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
All right, boys and girls, here we go. The starting order. Todd Robillard starts in P1 in the 90 car. Arthur Vieta outside pole in the 4. Lucas Sinfer starts in the 3rd position, and Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 91 starts in 4th. In 5th is Colin Matiak in the 13 car. Sean Jacobs in the 24 starts 6th. Givaldo Spindola starts in the 7th position in the 68 car. Reese Canaday in the 80 starts 8th. Jim Willison in 53 starts in the 9th position. Christian Wilson starts 10th in the 30 car. Jomar Peixoto in the 3X starts 11th. And John Stanley in the 12 starts in the 12th position. All right, like I said, save your tires, stay out of the wall, and have a good pit stop. This is Iowa Speedway here tonight. Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Heath Johnson. 125 laps here tonight. Race number 1 at just under 9/10 of a mile in length, 1.4 kilometers. Iowa Speedway in the Buschwackers series. Todd Robillard in the 90 will lead the field to take the green flag. Outside is Arthur Vieta in the 4 car. I almost picked him to win this thing. Lucas Sinfer starts in 3rd. Bardelli Jr. in 4th. So we're going green this time by. All right, the pace car is off. Here we go, boys and girls. It's Iowa. It's the Buschwackers series. It's season 3 right here on TurnLeftTV.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, we're off. Todd Robillard gets a good jump there. Simpner also good jump there on the inside. He might end up taking over P2. Oh, I hate that, man. Look at that. That's awful. That shaders thing has got to go. We're going to have that all night long, I bet. '24, Sean Jacobs running in the 6th position. Vieta's held on to P2. Yeah, see that? I can't look the cockpit view there because certain areas of the track will turn blue. That very, very bumpy right now for Vieta as he comes down the front stretch in P2. Todd Robillard has a pretty decent size lead. Simpner in the 3rd position in the 21 car. Colin Matiak, his nemesis, right now in the 13 car, just behind him in 4th. Bardelli Jr. is in 5th. So Robillard out to a pretty fair lead right now, just a little over a 2nd lead on the field. Take a look at Claudio Bardelli Jr. here in the 91 car, running in 5th position. Sean Jacobs in 6th. You see Sean drifting up the track there just a little bit, but Sean's got some company. Here we go. We're going to go for the blue again. Looking out of the back of Claudio Bardelli Jr.'s machine at Sean Jacobs. See what happens on the front stretch there. You got to love this game, man. You got to love this game. You just really, there's no other way to describe this game but a cluster. See, right now the 80 of Reese Canaday running in the 7th position. You see, how can I get on in an in-car view of anybody without that, with that blue crap going on? There we go. Reese running in P8 7. Robillard here stretching out that lead up to 1.5 seconds. Take a look at this pass here, the 12 of John Stanley getting by Christian Wilson. This is for the 10th position. Good hard racing there, good clean racing as John Stanley picks up that spot. Christian diving down to the bottom side here to see if he can't get back by. Not able to do it that time. So the 90 continuing to lead, 1.5 second lead over Artur Vieira. Vieira in the 4 car is in the 2nd position. Simpner is in 3rd. This race has a green flag feel to it right now. Take a look at Gilmar Peixoto in a 3X machine. He's right now running in the 12th position, about 9.5 seconds back. So something going on there with that car right now. 30 car of Christian Wilson running in P11, so he's dropped back a little bit. Take a look at Reese Kennedy again here, making 24 car, keeping him honest. So Reese Kennedy all over the back of the 24 right now. So good battling there between the 80 and the 24. About this Givaldo Spindle, man, he's having a pretty good night here so far, running in the 8th position. That 68 car, he in the 53 of Jim Willis here battling it out. Jim Willis, that Black Rifle Coffee Company machine, now trying to get by here on the bottom side. Not able to get by Givaldo. Givaldo holding on to that spot. He's starting to get a little busy here as Givaldo drifts up the track, giving the 53 a little bit of room here. And man, this is a mess right now. It's a 12 car in the 68. Getting after it, the 68 of John Stanley, the 12 of John Stanley getting through. He's now trying to get by Jim Willis. God, that blue is just ridiculous, man. I cleared all the shaders out, so there's no reason for that. And John Stanley picking up that spot. John Stanley making some moves here. Watch this, man. This got a little crazy right there. He drifts up the track. Oh, man, those guys almost get together. John Stanley keeps his foot in the gas. Gets a nose underneath the 53 car. And ends up pulling off that pass and picking up the 8th position. Jim Willis now back to 9. So John Stanley here making some moves. He had to work for it there. Jim Willis kept him honest. Todd Robillard continuing to lead. Artur Vieira in 2nd, Simpner in the 3rd position, Colin Matiak in 4th. Tight battle there between Matiak and Simpner. Golly. So Matiak getting by in that 13 machine. See the little blue around the cars? That's not supposed to happen. So Colin Matiak making that pass on to Lucas Simpner, now picking up P3. Simpner now back to the 4th position. So Matiak into 13, up to the 3rd position. Todd Robillard in the 90. is in 1.7 second lead over Arte Vieira. Vieira, they're trying to close in, but it's continuing to kind of drop back a little bit. 1.6, 1.7 seconds between the two of those guys. This is going to get annoying. Sean Jacobs here trying to make some moves on Claudio Bardelli Jr. 24 down below the 91, so the 24 Western Auto sponsored machine of Sean Jacobs now picking up P5 Bardelli Jr. In the 6th position. Reese Kennedy putting some moves on him right now, I believe. You got Reese Kennedy here down below the 91 car, and he's going to pick up P6 as the 91 now falls back to the 7th position. So this 91 now having some issues there, holding on to that spot and dropping 2 spots here. About this, Christian Wilson picking up a spot. He's now up to the 10th position as Givaldo gives him a little bit of room. But Christian Wilson now in the top 10. So 90 of Tom Robillard in the lead, and 1.4 seconds. So Arte Vieira is now closing in on him. He's cut off about 0.4 of a second. John Stanley and the 91 of Claudio Bardelli. So the 12 Stanley Tools sponsor machine. John Stanley moving up, now up to the 7th positions. Bardelli Jr. now back to 8th. Jim Willis here running in the 53 car right now, running in 9th. Pretty quiet here on the radio for the 53 crew. Not sure what sort of changes he's going to need to make here, but the 90 car here continuing to pace the field. 1.6 seconds, so it got as low as 1.4 and then now it's dropped back to 1.6. Take a look at Colin Madiak here running in the 13 car. God. He's running in the 3rd position. 3.8 seconds off the race lead is the 13 car. Lucas Simpner running in the 4th position. He's having a battle right now with Sean Jacobs. Sean Jacobs all over the back of him right now as Lucas Simpner. Not sure if he's going to go with that tire save strategy, but that 24 putting a little bit of pressure here on 21. So Sean Jacobs in the 24 car here trying to figure this place out. Reese Kennedy in this mix too in that 80 car. So the 90, Todd Robillard extending that lead now almost 1.8 seconds. Well, anywhere from 1.7 to 1.8 seconds gap there between he and P2. And Todd starting to roll up on some lap traffic right there. You see Joe Marpasciotto in the 3X machine. It's Todd wanting to put him a lap down as the 3X there made a little contact with the wall, it looked like. Long green flag run here so far, 31 laps in, and no caution flag so far. Not trying to jinx it, but things looking pretty solid for these guys. That race there, we had a 4-car race there between Simpner, Jacobs, Kennedy, and Stanley we'll have to take a look at. Take a look at it in blue. There's Simpner and Sean Jacobs getting after it right now. Colin Matiak here in the 13. Getting by Gilmar Peixoto. Yeah. This has happened before. It's normally cleared up before race time, or once I clear the shaders out, but it didn't work this time for some reason. I think it's a track issue. You know, Alex has been doing some work on this track, so may have a little bit more to do. Look at Lucas Simpner running in the 4th position now. 4.2 seconds off the race lead. Talk too much about Arjavieta here. He's running in that 4th car in 2nd. 1.3 seconds back, so we're starting to tighten up a little bit. Take a look out at the front of Arjavieta's machine, and he's starting to close in on Todd Robillard here in a hurry, so saving his stuff for this long haul. Todd got out to a big lead, but now Arjavieta's still starting to reel him in a little bit. This battle between the 24 and the 21 been raging for a few laps here. 24 trying to pull off that pass on the inside, can't do it as Lucas Simpner holds onto that spot in that Flex Seal sponsor machine. Looks like I have Jim Willis on pit lane here, so a little bit of early pit here for the 53 car. God, that is so annoying. What other game does this? None. Zero. Zip. Just this trash. See the 53 coming back out on track there. Christian Wilson just above him. He rejoins the track, so having that pit stop done and fresh tires. We'll see how those fare for the 53 car. .39 laps in, 40 laps in, and caution free, so definitely going to be seeing some green flag pit stops here pretty soon. Nothing to be blue about. Oh, God. See the 4 of Arjavieta here, 1.1 seconds back now, so he is starting to close in. Reese Kennedy coming down pit lane here in the 80 car, here on lap 41. So we're going to start seeing some pit stops, I suspect. Arjavieta is 2nd, Colin Matiak 3rd, Simpner in 4th. Matiak closing in here. I'll tell you, Matiak is starting to reel these guys in. He's running in P3. And he is definitely closing in on Vieta and Robillard. Reese Kennedy finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track here in the 80 car. Colin Matiak indicating he's coming down pit lane this time. Oh, Matiak sideways right there. He and Arjavieta about get into one another right there. Colin Matiak and Artur Vieta side by side entering pit lane. Matiak was trying to get everything he could out of that one. Man, take a look at that again. Coming off the track here, Colin. See Vieta down there, down below, and Matiak sideways trying to get that car woed up. And those guys side by side coming down pit lane. Sinfoner now the race leader in that 21 car. Bardelli Jr. second. Robillard is third after he's coming down pit lane here in the 90 car. So he gave up those spots and now coming down pit lane to take some service here. So we kind of figured it out that late in the run, these guys start to reel him in a little bit. God. So the 21, Lucas Sinfoner, the race leader. Bardelli Jr. in second, Robillard third, Matiak is fourth. So Givaldo Spindola, he might have a speeding penalty. He might have gotten a penalty. Take a look at Colin Matiak after making a pit stop, now in the fourth position. Robillard is in third, Bardelli Jr. second. Now Bardelli Jr. and Lucas Sinfoner have not made pit stops here. Sinfoner now, as I said, had made a pit stop, but now is coming down pit lane. Bardelli Jr. On pit lane. So we see Sinfoner taking service. Robillard will reassume the lead, I believe, once this thing cycles back around. Spindola giving the 90 a lot of room there as he goes by. Peixoto on pit lane and the 3X machine. Definitely on the different pit strategy there for the 3X. I think he's made a pit stop already. Fresh tires and a fresh dose of confidence for the 90 car. Back to the race lead, 1.4 seconds over Colin Matiak. Vieta got hurt on that pit stop sequence there. He is now back to the sixth position. So not a good pit stop there for Artur Vieta. It's 5 seconds back now, so a little bit slower on and off pit lane for the 4 car. Robillard in the 90, driving down the blue track. Matiak up to the second position, 1.9 seconds off the lead. Sean Jacobs just behind him in the third spot in that 24 car. On board here with Sean Jacobs. You see how bumpy this track is, man. You really got to work this thing. Keep this thing nice and stable underneath you. The 24 car right now running in P3. 2.4 seconds back. Reese Kennedy up to the fourth position. Good run here for the 80 car. Reese Kennedy in that NGA Hooters Pro Golf Tour sponsored Camaro. Running in P4 right now. Christian Wilson in the 30 car. making some moves, getting below the 53 and making a pass on that 53. Jim Willis uncharacteristically off the pace here tonight. He's coming down pit lane in that 53. He's going to end up going more laps down. Something's going on with the 53 car. Robillard extending that lead, 2.1 seconds over Madiak. Jacobs in third. Canada still holding on to that fourth position. Jim Willis retiring his machine. Not sure what happened there to him. Unfortunately, looks like a little bit bad luck there for Jim Willis here tonight. Vieta and Simpner here getting after it. Vieta down to the inside line. He's starting to figure it out. Get this car back up to the front. Getting by that 21. Lucas Simpner now back to the 6th position as Archie Vieta now moves up to 5th. John Stanley here in the 12 car. Right now running in the 7th position. Pretty good run here for that Stanley Tools sponsor machine. Robillard in the 90 car continuing to lead, 1.6 seconds. He's coming up on Christian Wilson. Christian running in the 30 car just ahead as Robillard goes down to the bottom side there and picks up or gets around the 30. The 30 now one lap down. He is in the lucky dog position. Good tight racing right here between the 13 and the 24. 13 to Colin Madiak. Trying to hold off that 24 car. 24, Sean Jacobs in her 3rd position. Reese Kennedy running in 4th. He's 2.7 seconds back. And this little battle here between the two of these guys. 0.3 of a second separating the two of them right now. Take a look at Bardelli Jr. here running in the 8th position. His nemesis here tonight would be John Stanley just ahead. About 2.4 second gap between the two of those guys. That's P7, P8, 91. Bardelli Jr. running in the 8th position. 1.3 seconds separate P1, P2. Todd Robillard hanging on there. 1.4 second lead, almost a 1.5 second lead over to the 13 car. A lot of laps to go here, 64 laps in. Just past halfway. This race is going fast, man. Take a look at Reese Kennedy here running in P4. Good run here for the 80 car tonight. He is really holding on to those P2 and P3. So not too far there for the 80 until he's in the hunt for maybe a race win here tonight. Keep your eye on that 80 car. Gotta love that, man. That's why I keep hitting the button to change the camera view so we don't have to stay on that blue there for a while. But Alex Cootie has updated this track, so maybe something wrong there on my end or whatever. I know I deleted all the shaders off this thing and the cache. So whatever it was didn't work. As things are tightening up there, you see that 30 of Christian Wilson going up to the high side, letting these guys by. Christian said, hey man, you guys battle it out, and that is getting serious up there. 24 and the 13 are definitely getting after it right now. 13, Matiak trying to hold on to the second position. 24, Sean Jacobs feeling like he's got a lot of speed here through the turns. And these guys are closing in on the race leader. Robillard's looking at that behind him. He was thinking he had clear sailing. He does not. Right there, see the 13 and the 24. And that 13 is putting some pressure on the race leader now. Three-way battle here for the race lead. Robillard here wanting to hold on to it. Sean Jacobs getting by on the low side, getting by that 13 car, but now he's setting his sights on the 90. 24, the 90, and the 13, all battling it out. Oh, contact right there, and Sean Jacobs, he's hanging on to that thing. What happened to him? Where'd he go? Sean Jacobs held on to that thing, but he got up into Todd Robillard, I believe, and Matiak gets by. We'll see what happened there. Sean Jacobs going down to the bottom side here. Watch this, and he drifts up the track and gets into the side of the 24 right there, and then spins that car, or almost spins that car. Watch this, Matiak says, hey, get out of the way, bro. Colin Matiak, Johnny on a spot move right there. Look at that. It was a great job avoiding that. My heavens. Well, Robillard had avoided the fray for a little while, but now he has got the 13 right there. Sean Jacobs has to recover there and maybe change his shorts. He is 4.2 seconds back now. That got crazy. Got to go back and look at that again, man. That was just wild right there. Just out of the front of Colin Matiak's machine, you see that 24 drifts up the track right there. And it gets into the side of the 90. And then almost spins that car out. Oh, he does slam the wall. I missed that part. He came across the track and slammed the wall. Watch this. This is after the fact. Christian Wilson almost got taken out in this. Watch this. He's going to see this 24 just slide up the track right in front of him. It's a battle here. It just will not go away. And this is the 90 and the 13. These guys having a great battle here. Reese Kennedy retiring his machine. I'm not sure what happened to Reese Kennedy. He came down for a pit stop. He was having a good night. He got caught speeding on pit lane. Not sure what happened. As the 13 and the 90 getting after it here, as the 90 going to end up giving up his position as the 13, our new race leader. That's Colin Matiak. Oh, he drifts way up the track in the marbles. I spoke too soon. I've spoken too soon here. These guys still getting after it. Matiak and Robillard here battling it out, coming off the turn. Wow. Matiak had drifted up, got way up in the marbles. After making that pass here, watch this. So he gets a good run here into the turn, and then, man, this thing just starts sailing on him up the track. See right there, a little dose of throttle. He might have caught that just a little bit too. A little bit at the wrong spot there, I think. Way up the track right there. And then this is at, and he gets way up the track. Of course, that's a little goose of the throttle there, so that's not the one I was looking at, but he got way up in the gravel. He's the race leader now. And he's got a 1.2 second lead over Todd Robillard. Vieta is in third. Simpner is fourth. We haven't talked about Artur Vieta here lately, but he's running in the fourth position. He's got Lucas Simpner right there in his zip code. As Vieta wanting to hold off that 21 car. Keep that car up front, 21. Simpner shows a lot of muscle here on the late in the runs. And these guys are closing in on Robillard. Robillard seems to really push his car pretty hard early in the runs. As Robillard here coming off turn 4 down the front stretch. Vieta here trying to get around him. Simpner's trying to figure out who to go with here. Robillard indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane this time. So we'll take a look at Todd Robillard. He's going to be making a pit stop here in the 90 car. Warning those guys behind him that he's going to be making a pit stop. Oh man, and he is carrying a lot of speed here. He better get that thing wound up. Man, he was carrying a ton of speed. Madiak, the leader. Robillard on pit lane. Taking service. I gotta wonder if he got caught speeding. That would be devastating at this point. Take a look at the 90 car, all cattywampus in his all cattywampus. Looks like he missed his pit stall there. So the 90 having trouble on pit lane. So we're watching Colin Madiak, the race leader. So Todd Robillard has trouble on pit lane. That is huge, huge. Artur Vieta coming down pit lane, and 90's finished up his pit stop. So the 4 of Artur Vieta on pit lane. He's been up front all night long. Lucas Simpner back to the race lead here in the 21 car. Bardelli Jr. shown in second. Madiak has peeled off the track to come down pit lane, that 13 car. Simpner in the 21, the leader. Nothing to be blue about. Bardelli Jr. in second. Madiak is third. Jacobs fourth. Those guys on pit lane. Wilson now shown as P4 or P3 in the 30 car. Simpner still has not made a pit stop here. And to figure out when that Flex Seal sponsor machine going to come down pit lane. I got to think that these guys might be able to stretch it and go the rest of the way. 21 definitely going to have to make a pit stop here, but I got to wonder about like Madiak, Vieta, they might be able to make it the rest of the way. Going to let the 90 go by, so the 90 having trouble on pit lane. 1 lap down. Getting one of those laps back, so he fell 2 laps down to the race leader. Madiak is 1 lap down and shown in the second position because Luca has not pitted that machine yet. Sean Jacobs now picking up P4 as Bardelli Jr. on coming off pit lane. finishing up his pit stop. So the 91 back to the 5th position after making pit stop. Take a look at Art Vieta here running in P3. So 95 laps in. And the leader is Lucas Simpner in the 21 car. Madiak is in 2nd, Vieta 3rd, Jacobs 4th, Bardelli Jr. rounding out the top 5. Simpner, the only car here I think still has not made a pit stop here on the 2nd round of green flag stops. We have been caution free here at Iowa. And this, we've talked about this before. This is one of those cases where the track is a little difficult to drive. I mean, you really got to get up on the wheel, pay attention to what you're doing to your tires, make sure you're track aware, and it seems like it makes for better racing. Guys have to focus more on controlling their own cars versus setting up blocks and dive bombing and stuff like that. When we see tracks like Michigan, for example, that is notorious for that. It's such an easy track to drive. It's notorious for a lot of caution flags. Well, tonight so far, I'm not jinxing or anything or hoping to jinx it, but we are caution free here so far. 21 of Lucas Simpner, the race leader. This Flexio sponsored Mustang. Madiak shown in the 2nd position. Vieta is in 3rd. Sean Jacobs shown in the 4th position. Take a look at Kyle Madiak here running in P2. Art Vieta here running in the 3rd position in the 4 car. Sean Jacobs running in 4th in that 24. 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. right there, though. Good battle here as the 91 on the bottom side trying to get through. Almost did that same move that Sean Jacobs did. Jacobs on board here with him as you see Bardelli Jr. trying to make a pass on the inside line. And looks like he's going to get by. A little bit fresher tires there for the 91 car. Simpner on pit lane, so our race leader has made a pit stop here. Interesting. Always trying to figure it out, man, and see if he can get a strategy advantage. 13. Madiak's got the good strategy, but he's also got that, what are we going to call that? A lead foot.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh, we got a yellow flag. Oh, now see, don't blame that on me, man. Don't blame it on me. Yellow flag, our first yellow of the night. Not sure what happened there. As Colin Madiak is the leader. Vieta 2nd, Simpner 3rd, Bardelli Jr. 4th, Jacobs is 5th. Take a look here. This is Gilmar Peixoto trying to come down pit lane. Not seeing any issues there. He did stop. Oh, looks like he backed up off of pit lane. That's what in the world was he doing there? Oh, and then came across the grass to rejoin the track, and then oh my God, and then crosses the caution flag. So I think we figured that out. So Peixoto looked like he was going to come down and make a pit stop here. Oh, he came down the wrong way. He wasn't far enough to the left. He backs the car up. And then comes back out on the track through the grass. So very interesting there. Interesting thought process there on that one. All right, so we're getting some pit stops here happening now, and then Lucas Simpsoner's strategy, out the window. Out the window. That was, it was a good thought, man. You know, take a little gamble there, but now these guys are going to have fresher tires in the 21, so that's something to think about here. Hey, don't forget, coming up tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Kansas Speedway in the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. 134 laps. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2 races to go in this series, and Kansas could be a big one. Click your heels. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. So, interesting. Well, we've dealt with some issues here tonight, but a couple graphics issues, it looks like. We'll have to talk to Track Builder about this one. Well, we weren't getting this before. I've raced this track before, and we're not getting that situation. So 21 of Lucas Simpsoner, the leader. He's on a little bit older tires. That's something to know. That's an important thing to know. He is on a little bit older tires than these guys behind him. Colin Madiak shown in the 2nd position. Vieira is 3rd, Robillard 4th, Jacobs 5th. All those guys on fresher tires than this 21 car.
It'll be 1 to go.
We're getting a 1 to go this time by. Where will Luca line his car up? So he's taking that outside line as Colin Madiak has now taken advantage of that to maybe get a good start here on the inside line. This could be a huge, huge battle here. Could be a race-winning battle here between the two of these guys. Don't forget about Robillard. He is really fast on these shorter runs, or on the early part of the run. Vieira has been fast as well here tonight. Jacobs as well. Does seem like it takes Jacobs' car a few laps here to come in. All right, the pace car is off. The 21, Lucas Simpsoner here to start lap 107. Will lead the field to take the green flag.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Simpsoner on the gas here, trying to get a jump on Madiak. Madiak in the 13 on the inside line gets that pass pulled off there as now 13 to the race lead. Simpsoner going to try to get him back, going down to the bottom side. Luca on a little bit older tires. He's not going to end up pulling off that pass, it doesn't look like. So the 13 of Colin Madiak to the race lead here.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And we got a yellow flag. Cautions, Breed. Cautions. A yellow flag. So we went over 100 laps without having a yellow flag, and now we've got 2. Well, we'll take a look and see what happened. As the 13 picks up the safety car. 13, 30. Oh, the 30 comes down and gets into the 91 right there. And then, oh, man. Oh, hard lick for the 30. Oh, my heavens, man. So the 30 coming across the track, getting into Bardelli Jr. And then, oh my heavens, man, that is a hard lick right there. Hard lick. On board here with Claudio Bardelli Jr., and he's going to see a whole lot of that 30 car. John Stanley had a ringside seat for that as well. We'll take a look at John Stanley's machine right here. You see the 30 just keeps going down. We'll do a slow-mo here. Just keeps going down, gets into the 90. And then these guys wrecking behind. Oh, man, that 30 just slides up across the track, and hard contact right there for him. So, man, watch this, man. He just makes hard contact with that inside wall. And then more driver's side contact with the outside wall. My heavens. Well, 13 faking like he's going to come down. Now, I had a feeling the 21 car would come back down pit lane here. So, judging that he's on a little bit older tires. It's going to give him enough time maybe to work his way up through the field.
Road will be open this time.
All right, to 13. The leader, the 90 of Robillard, is in second. Vieira third. Jacobs fourth. Bardelli Jr. fifth. Stanley up to the sixth position. Sifner on pit lane is seventh, actually finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. The Saturday Night Thunder will be in action tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Nashville Super Speedway, 150 laps, 2 races to go in that season. What a fun track this is, and it's going to be a lot of fun in these Cup cars. So I'll be out on the track doing some laps tomorrow. I think I'm like 5th in the points standings, so maybe I can gain a few spots here tomorrow. 150 laps at Nashville. Like that track. It's going to be a lot of fun. Saturday Night Thunder headed your way at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, man, we got a dash to the finish here. 13, Madiak down to the bottom line. Todd Robillard up on the outside line. Wilson coming back out on track. He is 1 lap down. He's in the lucky dog position, but a ton of damage for that car after making contact with the wall. All right, the pace car is off. Here we go. The 13 on the inside line. He likes that down on the bottom side there on the restarts, at least here anyway. The 90 up on the outside line at Freightliner-sponsored Camaro. So a little Mustang versus Camaro here on the restart. Robillard gets a good start. The 90 fast on the outside line. 13 also fast. Oh, he touches the apron there, scrubs off a little bit of speed. That's going to give the 90 car a little bit of a run. Todd Robillard has the run and ends up pulling off that pass. So Robillard back to the race lead. Sean Jacobs going to try to go back by on the high side. Sean Jacobs up to the second position, or does he have it? No, he's in the gravel. He's in the gravel. Oh, hanging on to that thing. That thing got the crazy tight on him, drifted up the track. The 24 got into the wall there. And those guys had to back off. Robillard got what it takes to hold off this 13 car. 116 laps in. 24 could make this interesting. As the 90 trying to hold on for the win. The 13, Madiak is in second. Madiak showing a lot of speed here. Looking out of the back of Todd Robillard's machine at Colin Madiak. Sean Jacobs back there as well. See John Stanley up to the fourth position. How about that, man? John Stanley in this hunt. This will be a big win for him. He's feeling pretty confident, man. You hear him feathering the throttle coming off the turn. Vieira is in fifth. The 90 of Todd Robillard trying to hang on here. Here on lap 118. Cross the start and finish line starting lap 119. Madiak way up the track there. Madiak got tight, went up the track, and Jacobs down to the bottom side here. These guys battling for the second position. 24 and the 13 to 24. A little bit of goes to the throttle. Oh, he does it again. He does it again. He's hanging on to that thing. Oh, no. Coming across the track. Is he going to end up crashing this thing? And, oh, he does. We got a yellow flag. That was a tough lick for the 24 car. We saw that happening. We saw that happening. The 90 did not want to see that yellow flag. Madiak second, Sinfner third, Stanley fourth, Vieira now fifth. Jacobs trying to rejoin the field here, and he's going to have a ton of damage there. He hit the inside wall pretty hard. Christian Wilson going to get the lucky dog, so that's good for him. So Christian Wilson going to get the lucky dog and get to come around here. So congratulations to Christian on being able to pass the field and get back on that lead lap. Oh, man, don't get too excited about it. Just a little bit later in the deal here, but Vieira, man, let's see what look out the front of his car here. We'll take a look at this. As Jacobs he and the 13 get together. He drifted up into the 13. Now he's trying to hang on to this thing, and then he's sideways right here, sideways, and Vieira makes contact and nowhere to go, and then Jacobs hard into the inside wall. Artur Vieira just had nowhere to go. Just watch this. You see Jacobs drifts up the track, and then he's just hanging on. Vieira's trying to figure out which way to go. Has no other recourse than to get into the 24 car. Take a look and see what Lucas Simpner saw. He's on the bottom line here. So, wow. Got to go on board here with Sean Jacobs and watch him work his wheel. Jacobs hanging on to that thing, but might have to go here just a little bit earlier. Jacobs has drifted up there and got into the 4 car. All right, man, the 90. Robillard is in P1. Madiak second, Vieta third, Wilson fourth, Simpner is fifth. Simpner's got the fresher tires of these guys now because remember, he stayed out. There was a caution flag. He came down pit lane when the rest of these guys stayed out. So now they're staying out. He's staying out. Everybody's staying out. And I think Simpner probably is the guy to beat here now. He has fresh tires, or fresher than the rest of these guys. So that's something to think about. Don't forget the IndyCar Series headed your way tomorrow. Kansas Speedway at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. That's right, the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series with just 2 races to go. It could be a big one. Kansas and then Richmond finishing out the season. Richmond, that's right, man. I used to race Indy cars at Richmond, and I think it's going to be a great, great race. I suspect the next time by we'll get the 1 to go. So it looks like we are at a green-white checker situation. So add a few laps on. Oh, we are getting the green to go this time by. So the 90 has elected to take the outside line. 13 Colin Madiak's going to take that inside line. So remember the 90 pretty fast on the restarts. Both these guys on older tires though. Simpner on the outside, row 2. Watch the 21 car. Don't forget about Archer Vieta in third. Going to be a lot of aggression right here. 30 off to, or excuse me, the 90, another good start here. The 13 going to keep him honest. Can he hold that car down? The 90 and the 13 battling it out. Simpner could be the sleeper here. Simpner trying to get by the 13 car. Can't do it that time. The 90, can he hang on? Simpner now up to the 3rd position as the 90. Todd Robillard trying to hold off Colin Madiak, Lucas Simpner, John Stanley in this mix with the 12 car. Last lap, the 12 on the inside line. The 13 also trying to get through here. They're 3 wide. The 90 of Todd Robillard, can he hold on here? Those guys racing side by side is going to help him. They are racing side by side. That's going to help him. And Madiak's got to run. Oh, comes across the nose of the 12 car. They're spinning at the line. The 90 of Todd Robillard wins this race. So Todd Robillard gets the win. So congratulations. So congratulations to Todd Robillard on getting the win here at Iowa. So congratulations to the 90. Big win there for him as he's playing bumper cars with the wall. That finish there, man. Watch this. Take a look at this finish here. Look at this. The 13 comes across the nose of the 12 right there. And then, sideways across the line is the 13 and the 21. Look at that. That was a great deal right there. Holy smokes. I got to watch that again. That was fun. What's this? 13 comes across the nose there. He's just trying to get it. I think he got loose and came down across the nose of the 12 car. He's now hanging on to this thing. He is sideways. Look at this. Sideways across the line. And picks up the second position. Simpner finishes in third. Oh my gosh. We'll take a look at the results here. Todd Robillard gets the race win, finishes that green-white checker in first. Colin Matiak finishes second, sideways across the line, second. Lucas Simpner finishes in the third position. John Stanley finishes in fourth. Artie Vetter comes home in the fifth position. Sean Jacobs, sixth. Claudio Bardelli Jr., seventh. Christian Wilson battles back for an eighth place finish. Givaldo Spindola finishes in ninth. Gilmar Peixoto finishes in the 10th position. Finishing in 11th is Reese Kennedy in the 80 car. Jim Willis, kind of a bad night there for him, finishes in the 12th position. So we'll see, we'll get Todd up here in the booth with us in just a moment. So congratulations to Todd Robillard on getting that win. Okay, we'll get Todd up here in the booth with us. All right, Todd Robillard joining us up here in the booth at Iowa. Man, what an exciting finish. Congratulations.
Wasn't that crazy? Thank you.
It really looked like your choice of going to the high line was the race-winning move there. Those two restarts for you, being on that outside line and knowing how quick, how good Colin Matiak is on restarts, that had to be going through your mind.
Yeah, I did know that. He kind of slipped up a little bit when he said that he couldn't pass on the bottom, so I put him down there purposely. Sometimes you just say things and you don't even really know what you're saying. So you got to be careful.
Yeah, you know, I've been teaching for 22 years. I know exactly what you're talking about. Well, I had to think that maybe you guys had Luca on your radar there because he was a little bit off the pit sequence. Had it gone green and not had that last caution flag, I think he would have been in big trouble because he was on older tires. You guys stayed out on this last caution flag. He pitted and had fresh tires and came back and started in the fourth position.
Wow, I didn't even realize that. See, I try not to figure out what Luca's doing because usually it's way different than what I'm doing, and he's got his own strategy a lot of times. I had no idea what strategy he was on. I knew Colin was probably my main competition at the end of the race, so I really kind of focused in on him.
Well, a good run here at Iowa too, and you know, I watched your feelings about the track. I heard you making some comments throughout the race. You know what? Now we can kind of come out here and talk a little bit about how you feel about this track.
I like the track. The track's really bumpy in spots. It's very hard to hit your marks every single time going through these corners. The first and third turns both have a big dip getting into the corner, and if you don't skate the edge of those dips either low or high every single time, when you hit that dip, it just throws the car up the track. And every time the front tires slide like that, you're putting heat in them, you're putting wear on them, and the car doesn't stay fast for very long. That first run, well, I gapped the field for a bit there. The car felt so good. I don't know if it was just because I could pay attention to what I was doing more than, the guys racing around me or whatever. But once I put that second set of tires on after that pit stop, the car just didn't feel the same, and I started losing time to other drivers. And maybe my focus changed from who was around me at the time, and I wasn't 100% focused on the track.
Man, we really did have very good race, I think. A very interesting race with, the limited caution flags. And that's really what we want to see here at the Buschwackers Series. I know we kind of had a mess there with Atlanta and moving that back to the end of the schedule. But what a way to bounce back here at Iowa. Yeah,
this was a great race. I mean, win aside, I think everybody did a great job tonight. It's really tough passing here, and it's supposed to be tough to pass. It's not supposed to be easy. I noticed some guys had trouble. They got doored or whatever. Sean had a hard time down on the bottom trying to get around other cars. Colin had a really hard time getting around other cars on the bottom. It wasn't an easy place to pass, only because the way the makeup is on the track, with the bumps and everything. You don't know what your car is going to do when you get down into the corner.
Well, we got a little bit different taste next weekend with Texas Motor Speedway. One of those cookie cutters, but high speed. And then you got Daytona following that, and then Palm Springs. I got to feel that you really like Palm Springs. I'm not sure how you feel about Daytona. I think I know how you feel, but you can go ahead and let me know how you feel about these next 3 tracks coming up.
I like most of them. I mean, Daytona is not my favorite. I don't mind running it. It's nice to run when there aren't a lot of cautions. If we can just keep, everybody can keep their head and stay cool during the race, and know that there's laps left. They can't win it on the first or the 10th lap. It's just trying to get through those races is the toughest thing. A lot of times, you get caught up in an incident of not your own making. So that's the frustrating part running there. But the other tracks they lend themselves some good racing. So hopefully we continue with this long green flag stretches and don't have a lot of cautions.
Yeah, I really think at Palm Springs, although a very different track than what you faced tonight, I think the circumstances or the characteristics are going to be similar in the way that you have to drive the track. Is you got to pay more attention to how you drive this thing versus racing other people. Palm Springs always seems to be that way as well.
Yeah, I agree. Especially these cars, they don't have the horsepower that the Cup cars do. So we will race more closer together, not so much as in a pack like we do at Daytona, but we will definitely be closer together. Passing is going to be tough. So a race strategy like what Luca has probably will work very well at Miami.
Well, congratulations, man. Big win here at Iowa, and good luck next week at Texas and the rest of the season.
Thanks, Heath. Appreciate it.
All right, that's Todd Robillard here joining us up in the booth after the big win in the Buschwacker Series here at Iowa. What an interesting race that was, huh? Interesting race. And he was able to, kind of stay out of trouble. Almost got taken out there, but able to hold off a charge. But not only the 13, but also the 4 and the 21 as well, gunning after him. And don't forget about the 12. John Stanley was in this mix at the end too. So good run there for him. We're going to be right back at it tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's Kansas Speedway in the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. There are just 2 races to go in this series. I think we've got the championship worked out on this one, but we got a really, really tight battle for that 2, 3, 4, and 5 spots in the series. So that'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. That's coming up tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 134 laps from Kansas. And then we'll be at Nashville Superspeedway for race number 9 of 10 races of the season. We'll be at Nashville, 150 laps in the Saturday Night Thunder coming up tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're interested in coming out and racing with us, we have pretty good fields here, 10, 12, 15 guys sometimes. So would love to have you Come on out if you have rFactor 2 and you're interested in doing some stock car racing on a Saturday night in the Cup cars. Come on out and join us. I want to say thank you so much for coming out and watching TurnLeftTV tonight. Sorry for the issues here, man, but that's just the way it is with these with this game sometimes, man. I don't know, the shader thing. Got to get that worked out. Wish they would. But hey, thanks for slugging it out with us here and slaving away tonight, whatever you want to say about it. Great race here. It really was. Very interesting race. Please hit that thumbs up button and let me know you were here. Don't forget about making a comment down in the comments section, sharing my videos with all your friends on any social media platform. Have them come in and subscribe. The button's right there. Just give it a smash. And then if you'd like to make a donation to TurnLeftTV, you can click on the link up in the banner of the channel and make a donation straight through PayPal. Congratulations to Todd Robillard tonight on getting that big race win here at Phoenix. Excuse me, Phoenix. I mean Iowa. Phoenix was a couple weeks ago. And we'll see how he does next at Texas next week. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. I'm going to go help somebody with their calibration on their wheel. Thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations to Todd. And good job to all the drivers here in the Buschwackers series tonight. Thanks for joining us here on TurnLeftTV, and we will see you next time. I am out of here.